The short answer, I accessed and released an entire lifetime's worth of trauma and pain and fear in an extremely nurturing environment with some of the kindest, lightest, clearest souls that I've ever had the privilege to call family.
It's taken me a couple of weeks to honestly say that I do love and accept myself now, and I feel unstoppable in the fact that anything that was holding me back, I can stop beating myself up.
Who I am and my life is in some ways unrecognizable from the past, but in the best ways, more of an amplification of who I really am without the dysfunction.
And that's what we're doing here, is we're letting go of all the nonsense and all of the junk that's been inside of our heads since we were young, that was programmed into us by people that didn't realize what they were doing. So we're clearing all that up, and we're learning to fall in love with our lives. We're learning to love ourselves really, really deeply, and that's a really profound thing.
I feel like the me I get to be within the walls of the retreat center is, 2 or 3 years ahead of the me who I am in my default world. And so the chance to get to know that about myself, to interact with others on that level, is really instructive, and it helps speed things up. So I feel like I'm evolving at a much faster pace.
I learned that first 5 years of my life has basically been controlling my whole life. And I didn't really get that until now, so that's a big blessing.
I learned that just because I had traumatic things happen to me, that I wasn't going to be enslaved forever, that I wasn't going to be broken forever, that there's ways to heal. I ended up getting my power back and really finding out who my authentic self is. So I learned a lot.
In my body, I feel so real and accepting of who I am and my story that I've been through.
Oh my goodness, I've learned so much. I came here mostly wanting to learn about how to facilitate EFT sessions, and I definitely learned that and feel so confident that I'm going to leave here and be able to facilitate EFT. But I think on a very personal level, what I learned truly, that the best way to help anyway is to serve myself. And I've just felt so supported.
I've had therapy before, and that helped. But now I've done EFT 10 days, and it cleared like so much more than those years of therapy. I have learned that it's totally okay to be in my own power, and that it feels good.
All the work I've done in other modalities, all the beautiful modalities I have tapped into, this is the cherry on the top. This is where it all gets resolved.
I learned so much about myself. One thing I've started to do is really surrender into feeling what I feel and just allowing it to come through. And as a guy, we don't always have a place to fully do that.
I've learned that I can heal myself and I can heal others. Like, really learned it and seen it happen in such a short amount of time.
I've learned a lot of details about how to facilitate EFT sessions. I've also learned a lot about myself. There's a lot of detail on ways to work with people to give them the greatest possible healing as quickly as possible.
I didn't know this much love was available to me. I didn't know I deserved this much love.
And now?
And now, I do. I do. I'm so grateful, and I finally feel worthy of it. And I'm just so excited to get out in the world and share it. And get other people here. Because I know what it's like to be in the darkest place. And now I know what it's like to be in the light.